As soon as they saw the black and whites, they opened up on anything and everything. He gets shot in the hand, drops the weapon, he picks it up, puts the weapon under his chin.
I'll have you come out here real quick. Any weapons on you, anything?
No.
Pistoles?
No,
okay.
not
Can I
that.
pat you down real quick? I'll check your waistband here real quick. Let's have a seat right here, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna bring him over to that bench right there. Okay. I'll fix his cuffs over there. Why were you trying to slide your cuffs in front of you? Because you had to go pee. Well, you're in the back of a patrol car.
Can you believe what just unfolded? The vigilante YouTuber, known as LC Predator Catcher, casually bumps into the suspect without initially grasping who he is. The tension cranks up a notch as LC remains clueless that he's actually nabbed Leonard Galley, an ex-cop. This jaw-dropper only sinks in later, turning the encounter into a real zinger.
Oh, don't. Keep your hands where I can see him.
Who are you?
Listen, I'm out here. I know what you're right here to do.
I'm not here to do nothing.
Listen.
I'm here to get a Turkey Hill iced.
You hit up one of my decoys already.
No. Listen,
Yeah.
buddy, you got the wrong guy.
That was YouTuber LC Predator Catcher, who at the time had no idea the person he just caught was ex-police officer Leonard Galley.
What you here for?
How you doing?
What's your name?
Paul.
Paul?
Yeah.
What you right here for?
What's that?
What you right here for, Paul?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm here to meet some of my friends.
You here to meet? Here to meet your friends?
Yeah, I'm here to get I'm here to get Turkey Hill iced tea. Some cash. Why?
Oh, don't. Keep your hands where I can see him.
Who are you?
Did that just ratchet up the stakes or what? LC Predator Catcher, Musa Harris, spills the beans in an interview explaining his ignorance during the confrontation about Galley being a former badge wearer. The shock hits peak when Musa realizes Galley's true colors after the fact, as his phone erupts with tip-offs. This twist throws a wild card into the sting operations deck.
Get your ass out of here.
I'm now joined by Musa Harris, aka LC Predator Catcher, who's the person who caught and recorded the video of Leonard Galley. Musa, what's up? Thanks so much for coming on.
What's up, man?
So when you were originally talking to Leonard, at any point did you know he was an ex-police officer?
No, I didn't find that out until after I caught him and came home and my phone started blowing up with yo, you know who that was? Do you know who that was, man? I haven't heard anything good about him.
Who's ready for a curveball? A comedic mix-up with names kicks off when Galley introduces himself as Paul, only to backtrack furiously, insisting, "My name's not Paul." This name game pops up amid a fiery exchange with LC Predator Catcher, who's trying to pin down the alias used online. This moment spotlights the suspect's desperate bid to sidestep his murky actions.
So 5 seconds into the video, he says his name is Paul.
What's your name?
Paul.
And then 35 seconds into the video, he says, "My name's not Paul."
My name's not Paul.
Take us through how that happened.
I think the crazy thing is with the name Paul, that's the same name that he was using for that's the name that he was corresponding with the decoy with what he thought was the underage kid. That's the exact name that he was using. So when I came up to him, it was crazy that he used the same name.
Guess what he tries next? Galley attempts to wiggle out of the hot seat by dismissing the gravity of what he terms the homie games, a phrase he tosses around again. As unpacked by Musa, this seems to be Galley's weak sauce effort to downplay or jest about the dire accusations he faces. Musa senses an undercurrent of racial tension here, adding layers to the dialogue.
I'm not with these homie games and ready to pull right off.
A lot of the comments on your video flagged that he said, "I'm not with the homie games." What did you think about that?
I didn't know what he meant by that. Man, what's up? What's up? There's another one right here.
You're not playing no homie game with me. You're not playing no game.
Got one again right here.
You're not playing no game with me.
The only thing it just sounds racist to me, in a way, because yo, yeah, that's my homie and something like that. But no, I'm not with none of these homie games or something like that. That's the only thing I could think of that comes straight to my head, when he said that.
Think it can't get more bizarre? Galley pulls a fast one, claiming his innocent intention was just to snag a Turkey Hill iced tea, flying in the face of all the damning evidence. The plot thickens as it's disclosed that he trains police in combat, layering on the irony to his limp excuse. This twist underscores the stark contrast between his public and hidden personas.
You knew, obviously, he was not there to get a Turkey Hill iced tea.
He gave about what's crazy is he's a trained officer that he trains other officers in combat and everything. I didn't know none of this guy's a third degree black belt and everything. He used to train the other officers on self-defense and everything. I didn't even know that he was this type of guy.
Yeah, and using the excuse that he was just there to get a Turkey Hill iced tea was kind of laughable.
Yeah, it definitely was.
What's the next chapter in this saga? As the clip winds down, Musa ponders the snail-paced legal proceedings and chews over the pandemic-induced delays. His eagerness to testify shines a spotlight on justice's sluggish march in this affair. Musa gets props for his gutsy vigilante efforts and shares his digits, underlining the ripple effect his actions have on the community.
Have you been following his case since you caught him?
Here and there, like I'm waiting to get called into it just waiting to get called down there, but it's just continue. Like when he first got arrested, it was back when the pandemic and everything hit. So everything was backed up, like all the courts and everything backed up. So now it's like the legal part of it with postponing, filing your motions, everything like that. So it's just a waiting game right now.
A detainee in a red dress boldly claims he's a federal agent, stirring confusion among the jail staff. The staff then probes his assertion, leading to a bewildering conversation about his alleged affiliations with the Department of Education and Department of Energy. Despite the serious context, his responses are oddly amusing. As they discuss his potential injuries and state of consciousness, his disorientation becomes even more apparent.
Hey, Rick, look this foot up. I gotta check.
I'm a Fed.
I did not know that.
Made that very clear several times.
What agency?
DOE?
Department of Education.
What'd you get hit with?
I'm still cognizant.
And
Did you lose consciousness?
Not at all. Well, I was born with circles.
2 injuries on both sides.
Did that just happen? Officers recount the peculiar scene where the detainee, dressed in red, stumbled in the park and then attempted an ill-fated escape. They speculate he was confused about the date of a red dress party, showing up a whole month early. The dialogue here is laced with a mix of concern and slight amusement at the bizarre situation. As they help him put his shoes back on and inquire about his night, the exchange takes a lighter turn, touching on mistaken party dates and mistaken identities.
what I need you to do is take that, that's all.
He was stumbling down the park. When he saw us, he decided to try to run down some stairs. He may have fallen down the stairs for all I know, but
He's
yeah.
not a student?
Not a
Eleanor?
student, no nothing. I think he thought tonight was the red dress party.
Okay. Well, we'll see what we got with him.
I apologize, period.
All right, that's cool.
What on earth is going on here? The dialogue turns to why the detainee chose to wear a red dress, sparking a comical and perplexing discussion about national holidays and gay rights. His admission of attending what he thought was a theme party adds an unexpected layer to the conversation. He then casually links himself to royalty by claiming a friendship with the Prince of Monaco, which the officers meet with understandable skepticism. The comedic undertones of this dialogue prepare us for more unexpected revelations.
So I have to ask you, what made you put the red dress on?
So I came here, I had no desire to put a red dress on.
Oh, today? Is there a reason? Is there some event going on?
I hate gay guys.
But you said you're not gay.
No, I am totally gay.
Oh, you are? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
Is this for real? The detainee doubles down on his claim of being a federal agent, this time specifying his supposed role within the Department of Energy. The officers are quick to clarify that while the Department of Energy does have federal officers, his account doesn't seem to hold water. Their reactions range from amused to bewildered, making this a peculiarly funny moment in an already strange series of events.
All right, go and have a seat.
What was he saying? He's a federal cop?
That's not federal cop, it's the Department of Energy.
Well, they have cops, too. They have 1801s.
Oh, yeah. So they got my trespass.
Federal cop from California in a dress. That'd be awesome.
Eden Linson Velasquez-Lauren is nabbed during a seemingly mundane traffic stop in Ohio for tailgating. The stop quickly spirals from routine to riveting when the officer realizes he's just pulled over a major gang leader.
Thank you. El Salvador. Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm not going to issue a citation or anything like that, all right? I'm just going to run your information, make sure there's no wants and warrants, make sure you guys are valid to get you out of here, okay? All right, thank you.
Guess who's riding shotgun? The footage reveals that Velasquez-Lauren, a passenger, is the alleged big boss of the notorious Mara Salvatrucha, or MS-13 gang. This bombshell elevates the stakes of the stop to blockbuster levels.
Inside, officials found 33-year-old Edenlinson Velasquez-Lauren, an alleged gang leader of La Mara Salvatrucha, or the MS-13 gang.
1345, 173. At the 95 eastbound, Henry Union, Edward 56, Toyota out here.
Here's where it gets spicy. Caught on body cam, we see Velasquez-Lauren chilling in the front, with Gabriel Lopez at the helm and Bianca Garcia tagging along in the back. This trio sets the stage for a traffic stop that's anything but typical.
Hello, how you doing? You got your license on you? Get your ID on you.
The plot thickens here. Watch as the conversation shifts to Garcia, who becomes the impromptu translator. This key exchange bridges the language divide and sheds light on their mysterious journey.
Does he not speak any English? No. Okay. Well, the reason I got him stopped is because he's following too close. I'm not going to issue him a citation. It's just going to be a warning, okay? All right? So this tailgating.
Just when you think it's all routine, post-document check, our trooper brings back a Border Patrol agent, turning a regular traffic violation into a scene from a crime thriller. What unfolds next is too good to miss, so keep your eyes peeled.
El Salvador. Okay. All right, I'm not going to issue a citation or anything like that, all right? I'm just going to run your information, make sure there's no wants and warrants, make sure you guys are allowed to get you out of here, okay? All right? Thank you. This agent wants to speak to you. He's going to have you step out, okay? Any pistoles in the car? No. Okay. I'll have you come out here real quick. Any weapons on you, anything?
No.
Pistoles?
No,
okay.
not
Can I pat you down real quick? I'll check your waistband here real quick.
Can you believe this? Right here, Velasquez Lauren gets the cuffs slapped on. This moment is the crescendo of the traffic stop opera, where all the hints of his alleged underworld ties come to a head.
Take your phone out right here, okay? Just put it right there. Come back here for me. Okay. Back here. Stand by here a second, okay? I'm just gonna put you back here for just a second, okay? Just one memento. Let's have a seat right here, okay?
Okay.
A 48-count federal indictment lays out a laundry list of crimes from Velasquez Lauren and his gang, including violent acts and drug peddling. This segment really puts the gravity of his street empire into perspective.
According to a 48-count federal indictment, Velasquez Lauren and 23 other alleged gang members committed, quote, numerous acts of senseless violence in the name of loyalty to their gang. Velasquez Lauren specifically is accused of ordering members of a rival gang be murdered and selling cocaine and marijuana. Velasquez Lauren appeared in federal court in Ohio last month and is now waiting extradition to New York.
I can't believe what's happening here. An officer discusses his background, mentioning he has been working at San Diego Central Jail for 2 years and holds a bachelor's degree in psychology. He explains how his educational background is beneficial in managing varying personality types in jail. Understanding the psychology of inmates helps him anticipate their behavior and effectively handle different situations.
I've been working at San Diego Central Jail for about 2 years now. Having a degree in psychology I've found actually helps out a lot. You know, you get guys coming in, some are hotheads, some are very calm. Just kind of helps to decipher, figure out what people are gonna do. Or
Did you catch that curveball? The arrest of a man at SeaWorld for public intoxication is recounted. He was removed from the park by security and subsequently arrested by the police. The incident escalated from a situation involving alcohol to a law enforcement response.
I got him for drunk and, you know, we got a gurney. We got him for drunk in public. He was at SeaWorld. They kicked him out.
hanging out at the Anheuser-Busch beer tasting garden.
So we're charging him with drunk in public and resisting arrest. So he's out now.
Can you believe this development? Officers handle the arrested man, who is trying to adjust his handcuffs because he needs to urinate. They direct him to move to a bench where they can safely readjust his handcuffs. The situation is tense as they instruct him on how to position himself to prevent any unsafe movements.
All right, we're gonna bring him over to that bench right there. I'll fix his cuffs over there. Why were you trying to slide your cuffs in front of you? Because you had to go pee. Well, you're in the back of a patrol car. No, on the bench. Come up to the bench, put your knees on the bench. Put your head on the bench.
Things are starting to heat up now. The officers continue processing the man, asking him about his alcohol consumption. They lay him down for intake processing and attempt to clarify his level of intoxication, which he downplays. This segment shows the routine questioning and the non-cooperative nature of the drunk man as he interacts with law enforcement.
All right.
Just lay him down.
Intake to the processing sergeant.
I haven't even had that much to drink. The problem is that somebody said, you're gonna pee yourself in front of my kids. I'm not gonna do anything in front of you.
Do not yank it away from me, okay?
This next part is quite unexpected. The man discusses his previous arrests with an officer, revealing a history of public urination. He expresses frustration about his current arrest, arguing that he works in a role that sometimes necessitates roadside urination. This highlights his misunderstanding of public decency laws and his nonchalant attitude towards legal boundaries.
You ever been in jail before? Yes? For what?
Urinating.
So you were urinating on the side of the road. Hey.
I pee on the side of the road for a living. Like that's the only bathroom we have.
You now realize that you've ended up in jail twice because of urinating in public.
The man argues about the circumstances of his arrest, insisting that he was unfairly detained based on his height and a misinterpretation of his actions by others. He is visibly frustrated, struggling to sit down as instructed by the officers. His agitation is evident as he tries to explain his side of the story, reflecting his state of intoxication and the officers' challenges in handling him.
You're in there for drunk in public and resisting, correct?
No, locked up before because somebody said something.
Well, you appear to be drunk to me. You said not a lot. How much is not a lot? 3 drinks. How big were the drinks?
They were exactly rum and cokes. I had at least 2 shots apiece. So if you consider that...
So you had 6 shots.
The drama continues to unfold here. After some initial processing, the man is led to a sobering cell where he can rest and sober up. He is instructed to remove his shoes and align against a door for further processing. This transition marks a move from active confrontation to a more controlled, reflective phase of custody. Just when you think it's all calming down, guess again.
We're gonna put this guy up in a sobering cell so he can go to sleep, sleep it off. He's pretty upset right now. Outstanding. Lean up against the door just like that.
You got mismatched socks, huh? Bet you have a pair just like that at home.
An officer reflects on the incident, summarizing the man's behavior at the theme park and subsequent arrest. He mentions the expectation that the man will sober up over the next several hours and be released. This provides insight into the routine nature of such incidents and the expected outcomes once individuals are processed and sober.
Well, apparently he was out at a theme park, attempted to urinate. Somebody called the police to sober up 6-8 hours or so. Hopefully he'll go out and go along with his business.
Rick Massa kicks things off by sharing how the North Hollywood shootout flipped his world upside down. This event wasn't just a blip on his radar, it reshaped his life, spotlighting his roots in North Hollywood and his pride in being part of the inaugural SWAT team.
I am Rick Massa, and the North Hollywood shootout changed my life forever. I grew up in North Hollywood, California. I was in the first SWAT team that had ever started, and I was very proud of that. We would handle only the high threat incidents that happened in the city. High-risk warrants, hostage rescue, flying on the outside of helicopters.
On that fateful day, February 28, 1997, chaos erupted as news of a bank heist at the Bank of America in North Hollywood spread like wildfire. Armed to the teeth, Neil Mata Sereno and Larry Phillips stormed in, setting off a dramatic showdown.
February 28, 1997. One of our police officers comes, is black and white, yelling that there is a bank robbery in progress in North Hollywood. The 2 suspects, Neil Mata Sereno and Larry Phillips, they looked like they just came off a battlefield.
Just when you thought it couldn't get more intense, the bad guys, expecting a massive payday, found a mere $300,000 in the vault, far less than their usual haul. Their frustration boiled over, escalating the tension as they stormed out to face the cops waiting outside.
Once they were thoroughly upset, they exited the bank.
Everybody stay down, rapid automatic fire. They're panning the area with fire.
The suspects didn't hesitate to let loose a barrage of bullets on anything that moved. Outgunned with mere handguns and shotguns, the brave officers didn't flinch, diving headfirst into the fray. The next twist is just around the corner.
As soon as they saw the black and whites, they opened up on anything and everything that moved. 9mm semi-automatic handgun, .38 revolver, and shotguns, but yet they never gave up, and they continued after the suspect.
Officer down, things get real fast. The air was heavy with dread as the call of an officer down echoed through the ranks. A chilling moment for any law enforcement officer. Amid the danger, their resolve only strengthened.
All officers stay down. Shots are being fired from AK-47. There is an officer down.
That caused my heart to hit bottom of my stomach. En route to the bank, it does enter your head, am I going to be a victim of this call-up, or am I going to be able to help resolve this call-up.
The tense standoff reached its climax as SWAT managed to subdue one suspect. Wounded and desperate, his plea to end it all was met with a firm no. SWAT was there to bring him to justice, not to play judge and executioner. The aftermath is as raw as it gets.
He sees us coming, and he shoots a number of rounds at our car, and we are trying to return fire. I can't see him. I'm looking under our car, under his car, and I see his feet. So I now shoot, and I hit him 2 or 3 times in his ankle, which drops him.
After a grueling 44 minutes, the dust settled with SWAT members being decorated with the Medal of Valor. Their heroism and tactical brilliance under fire didn't just resolve the crisis, they etched this day into LAPD lore. But the reflections that follow shed even more light on the human side of the ordeal.
Between the time the suspects go in the bank and the time we put the last suspect down, 44 minutes. In our own department, we received the Medal of Valor, which is the highest award given by our department. We're just SWAT officers.
As the curtain falls, let's take a moment. Rick Massa didn't just hang up his hat in 2006 after a storied career. He turned his battlefield wisdom into lessons for the next generation of officers. His post-shootout life has been about imparting that tough-earned knowledge, helping others navigate the thin blue line.
I teach officers mindset, safety, tactics. The North Hollywood shootout made me realize no matter what the odds are, you fight through it.
The officers get a buzz on their radios about a man frolicking in the Mirage Fountain. They note that usually, local vagrants are the ones who jump the fence to scoop up some easy change. Setting the stage for a comical encounter, they're ready to catch the suspect red-handed, believed to be dipping his hands for a few survival coins.
Getting a call here. Says that there's a male walking around inside the fountain to the Mirage. Grab a handful of change out of the fountain here. Well, he was wearing all blue, you said?
All black. He was like
all black.
Mustache.
And you don't see him down that way?
Caught with soggy pants near the watery loot, the suspect owns up to snagging change from the fountain, pitching it as a survival tactic rather than a petty crime. He's told to assume the position for a search, highlighting his acceptance of the desperate situation he's in.
How much change you get? Drop the, what do you got in your hands? Put your hands behind your back, palms together. A little hard to deny it when you got wet pants, huh? So what are you doing in the fountain? Taking change?
A little, yeah.
All right, so you don't mind if I take everything out of your pockets, right?
No.
All right, you got ID on you?
No.
No ID?
The suspect, quite the chatterbox, divulges that he's been pilfering from the fountain nearly every other night. While he's not slapped with cuffs just yet, the officer decides it's time for some temporary jewelry as the questioning deepens. The irony of his routine is not lost here. Brace yourself, as he's about to make an even bolder move.
Well, you got a whole pocket full of change, huh? Yeah. How often do you do this? Every other night? Right here in this one?
Try to make 15.
As of right now, you're not under arrest, but you are going to handcuffs so I figure out what's going on, okay? This is the big one. This was your last one for the night?
After a comical escape attempt, the man's wet footprints give him away, leading officers right to him. It's a classic case of wet shoes and bad choices. The pursuit that unfolds is almost as slippery as the fountain's edge.
So you just wait till it's dark?
Yeah.
When no one's walking around, you jump over and grab a handful of change?
They tried to keep a low profile about it.
It's kind of hard to keep a low profile when you're jumping out of a fountain. Now, I tracked your foot trail because when you jump out of the water and you got wet shoes...
After a stern talking to and a command to redeposit his watery winnings, the suspect is set free with a heartfelt warning. The mix of empathy and command from the officers paints a picture of last chances.
So, you're going to grab all this money and you're going to throw it back in the fountain and you're going to be on your way. Appreciate you not standing out here begging people for money. Just throw it in there. Don't let me see you out here again, do you understand? If he comes back next time, we'll take him to jail.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any wilder, mere moments after his release, our repeat offender is nabbed yet again for the same watery crime. The swift second act of theft underscores just how stubborn his habits are. The plot thickens rapidly from here.
I just gave you a break, and you have to come back and grab some more money, right? Yeah, this is the guy we stopped before. I made him throw all the money back in the water. Came back? Well, guess what? Now you're without money and you're going to jail.
Just when you think it's all cooling down, the night heats up with more bizarre antics. As things spiral, our main guy finds himself amid other chaotic revelers, adding layers to the already messy situation. The street becomes a stage for a series of unfortunate and frankly hilarious events.
It's hard to leave it.
It's hard to leave it?
It's hard to leave it.
What kind of work is it? You jumped in the water and you picked up the coins.
This guy's all over. He's actually grabbing her breasts and she's not stopping.
No, I'm gay. I'm a lesbian.
I don't care.